We might be a little outnumbered, granted, but you guys need the organization. So sometimes stop trying to look at it as though you got a piece of meat on your team, and look at it as more like you got someone in the kitchen.
Well, it's just in general. Well, for example, I found this interesting the other day when they were talking about Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner when she, appeared in the thing. When they talk about Bruce, they talked about his
He was on the cover of Wheaties.
The fact that he was on Wheaties, the fact that he was an Olympian, the fact that he was a man's man, like they talk about his golf handicap, like things like that. The instant he came out and was on that cover as Caitlyn Jenner, all of a sudden it was, oh, look at her makeup, look at her hair, look at her dress, surprisingly looks good. Like,
they don't remember.
All that matters. Yeah, all that matters on a woman is what she looks like.
They don't remember that this woman was an Olympian champion. This woman was on the cover of Wheaties.
This woman beat X amount of men on the field.
Say that.
At a
That
decathlon, yo. This woman, because if inside she was a chick, we'll go with that.
Yes.
Okay? And she went and she threw the shit out of that discus.
That
she
woman.
threw the shit out of that javelin. Is that what it's called? The javelin throw? Okay? And ran her ass off. Okay? And while other men were falling down from the pain, this nigga took a victory lap.
Yep. With his toenails painted under his socks.
And the whole time, all he wanted to do was do the victory lap in a dress.
Yes. And raise so many children. Half of you men can't raise one child. 2 children. He raised how many children?
Like 10.
And dealt with Kris Jenner. I love Kris Jenner. But
she's a crazy bitch.
Yo.
He's got to be a crazy bitch to be able to deal with that.
So I just want to shout out Caitlyn Jenner,
we love you,
for being the first female to be on the cover of Wheaties.
No, she wasn't the first.
No?
No.
Well, as a man.
That I will give you.
There you go. You got some.
The first female with the penis on the carton.
I love
container,
them.
Whatever.
But I want to shout out Scott Disick, Lord Disick, on that, because if you saw the whole, like, the story they had about it, like the whole special they had on it, he was very mature about it, and he was upset that they kept it from him, that they even had suspicions. But I feel as though Scott wasn't mature enough until maybe this last year or so to handle something like this. But what his point was that people try so hard to fit in, that this guy really went through great lengths to prove to you how manly he was, and was an Olympian champion, just to make everybody else happy when he wasn't even happy.
That's sad to me. When he did that interview with Diane Sawyer, and he explains how as a child he didn't understand why wearing the dress made him feel so good, but he knew it made him feel good, and he couldn't tell anybody anything. Like, imagine a 9-year-old boy having to keep this deep a secret. Like, that's mad deep for a kid.
Yeah.
That's way deeper than any kid should have to endure. Like, that makes me feel bad. Like, I kind of said, like, I don't know how I would handle my son or daughter wanting to transition or be the opposite sex. But if I'm a parent, at the end of the day, all I should care about is that my child is happy and healthy.
Yeah.
They got all 10 fingers, all 10 toes, every single little hair on their head. They can see they don't have cancer or any of these awful diseases.